I'm gonna dive straight into it. Now this, basically this live, of course, I want to talk about Avengers Endgame with the whole re-release and whatnot and everything. As far as like us getting like new footage, and with it like being connected to Avengers Doomsday. Now, um. I'm curious to see what it is that they're going to like reveal in like Avengers Endgame as far as like unseen footage or whatnot. Um, Now I did do a video as far as like them like retracting back to the whole funeral scene and everything. So there's something they're going to end up revealing about that, which I'm very curious about as far as like who it is that they, of like his whole actual death or whatnot. And as far as like with the whole Doctor Doom and everything, because we know that, Tony, of course, yeah, Tony Stark, he probably gonna try to do some type of like manipulation, which it ain't gonna be Tony Stark, it's actually gonna be Doctor Doom, but he probably gonna do some kind of like manipulation to where he end up recruiting Chris Evans, Captain America, and all that other good stuff, like I said before. Now, it's just theories that I'm just throwing out there. Now, I don't really know as far as like what it is that they're gonna end up revealing, but I know that part they are gonna trace back to that. I did mention about the whole house scene last time in one of my old Facebook I mean not Facebook but YouTube lives, of course, as far as like with them taking place as far as with the whole Peggy and the Steve Rogers and everything. So that could play a really big factor, of course, to where we'll probably end up seeing it in Avengers Doomsday. Something telling me though that scene right there, that actually might end up being the opening scene, for like Avengers Doomsday and everything. But that's just some theories I'm just throwing out there. Um but yeah, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with this unseen footage. And then of course, like even after they happen to do the re-release of Avengers Endgame, I'm like curious to see how they're gonna go about it, like to with the whole Disney Plus thing. Like, are they going to put this version of the Avengers Endgame on Disney Plus, or is they gonna like make it optional to where we can either watch the unseen footage of the Avengers Endgame and the theatrical version of Avengers Endgame, or if they just going to take the other one off and then like replace it with that one. So I'm curious to see how they're going to go about with the whole, bringing Avengers Endgame back onto like the whole Disney Plus to see if we're going to end up getting a different version. Cause I would actually watch that. You know what I'm saying? I know I would. I think that it'll be pretty cool. For us to actually, go to Disney Plus and happen to watch the unseen footage and everything, just to see, stuff that's going to be connected with Avengers Doomsday or whatnot. So that's just some food for thought, just to throw something out there and everything. But yeah, that's mainly what I really want to discuss in this podcast and whatnot. So I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Like, what do you guys actually think what it is that they're gonna end up showing us in Avengers Endgame or whatnot? Do you think um like what scenes that they probably gonna take place back with as far as like with the whole time travel thing. Oh, I will point that one out because I did see that one in somebody's video. Now I think that it'll be really cool if they happen to do go back to like the scene to where when Steve Rogers happened to go back in time to when he happened to return the stones and everything. You know what I'm saying? And like to see what had actually went down with that, you know what I'm saying, and why they couldn't, get him back, of course, to where he was just sitting at the bench with the shield and everything else. So I'm curious, I'm very curious about what it is that they're gonna do. What's going on, King Frank 1337? What's going on, man? But yeah, I'm curious about that, just to see what is it that they're gonna do, because it's just a lot of things that they really gotta connect some dots on and stuff like that if they're doing this whole re-release thing or whatnot. And yeah, I think that is really big. And even with this whole now they also mentioned about, I don't know if y'all actually seen it, but it's called the Infinity Vision, to where that's going to it's supposed to be some kind of like new version to where it's connected with the Avengers Endgame or whatnot. And I'm guessing it's supposed to where it's like, I'm guessing where it's like connected with the whole Avengers thing or something like that or whatnot. So it's just, I know it's a little tidbit thing, as far as like with the whole intros, because normally when we happen to see the opening scenes and they happen to show the Marvel logo and they show all the heroes and stuff in the Marvel logo, they're gonna probably happen to show that and everything. Oh, that's what it was. My fault. So they mentioned that, and I'm not making this up when I say it. They did mention that this will be the first Avengers movie that we will not see in the IMAX, and I'm talking about Avengers Doomsday. So yes, Avengers Doomsday will not be in the IMAX, of course. I'm not making that up. I actually did see that in the article and everything, and I thought that was just so interesting. So now that it comes to my attention, that's what the whole Infinity Vision supposed to be about and everything. When we happen to see it like in the opening scenes, for like Avengers Doomsday and everything. But I still hope that they still keep the Marvel logo in it, because that Marvel logo is just so iconic throughout all the MCU movies that we watch and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little tidbit that I just wanted to throw in there, as far as like with the whole logos and stuff like that. But I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts though. But let me know what you guys actually think as far as like what it is that they're gonna actually reveal to us, because I am curious about with the whole Steve Rogers, and like how they're gonna go about like what like really happened as far as like when he did go back in time and end up returning those stones, like because I think that he's mainly the reason why we have the incursions. I really think so. I really think he's the one that really kind of like messed it up for everybody. So I don't really think it was just on Doctor Strange. Like it's on Doctor Strange's fault too, as far as like with the whole multiverse thing with it breaking or whatnot from No Way Home. But I'll also put the blame on Captain America, because I don't think he went back to return the stones like he was supposed to. So it's a flip side to it. You know what I'm saying? So that is really was really got my attention of really being intrigued of like, oh, okay, so is that what's going to be a part of the unseen footage that they're going to end up revealing to us? You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be big, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really big, you know what I'm saying? And then with the whole post-credit scene. Now, the post-credit scene, like I said, I don't actually know. Like, even if I was to even come up with a theory for that one, I really don't know what it is that they will the army is looking for people to join. Let's go. What's going on, Devon? B Harry 3420. What's going on? Hey Jessica. Corando, if I'm saying it right. 65. What's going on? But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm just curious to see what it is that they're gonna end up revealing in this thing. Because I really feel like it's really kind of Steve's fault, to where we end up getting this multiverse world where it's really breaking and it's bleeding into other different worlds and stuff like that. And with him not returning the stones like he was supposed to. And I really think that Dr. Doom is really gonna be doing some like whole some manipulation and everything once he happens to recruit Steve Rogers and possibly Natasha Romanoff if she's in it. Possibly Natasha. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she's going to be in it, but it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's not a reach if she is in it. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, they with them diving into different multiverse worlds, it only makes sense. If he happened to want to bring her in and like recruit her to where he's a part of his team, because Doctor Doom, like I said in my last live video, he's going to have a freaking army, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to take, groups of, teams to being able to take down Dr. Doom and everything. And then, of course, we know that Dr. Doom, like I said, it's gonna be dark. It is. It's gonna be really dark. If y'all seen my last video, I mentioned about that. I mentioned about this being one of the darkest MCU films that we're gonna end up getting. So with the whole Avengers Endgame, I'm just curious of what it is that they're going to really like show us when it comes to unseen footage and stuff like that. And yeah, the whole opening credits and everything. So let me know what you guys actually think. If you guys happen to have any theories or anything that you basically possibly actually think that we'll end up seeing in Avengers Endgame as far as with this whole re-release thing, because it will get re-released around September the 25th of this year and everything. So like a couple of months before we happen to get Avengers Doomsday or whatnot. Oh, and by the way, they did confirm as far as the release date, because for a minute I thought they was going to push the release date up for Avengers Doomsday, but they're actually going to keep the release date where it's at for Avengers Doomsday, which is December 18th. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna, share the same release date with Doom 3. And I'm quite sure both of them they're gonna do, good, even though I think Doomsday gonna, of course, do way more numbers than Doom 3. But I still think Doom 3 will do pretty good in the box office or whatnot. But overall, it's cool. So I'm excited. I'm pumped, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Avengers Doomsday. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Avengers Endgame once they have to get re-released. I hope that my theater that where I'm at, that they end up releasing it or whatnot. Because yeah, because that's going to be a big movie for us to actually make sure that we actually watch and see. Because of course, like Kevin Feige said at CinemaCon, Avengers Endgame is completely connected with Avengers Doomsday, and it's pretty much going to explain everything that we happen to get up with Doomsday and everything. So everything should really just make perfect sense, because I know a lot of MCU fans, they really been, up in the air as far as like what since phase 4 and 5, that they haven't really did a good job ever since Infinity Saga with, doing the connections and with the cross paths and everything, when it comes to like the heroes and stuff like that, they really haven't did much, which I feel like I kind of like disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have to remember, after Avengers Endgame, they really had to like rebuild it up. You know what I'm saying? Now that we're in phase 6, you know what I'm saying? It's leading towards to where we're about to actually see everything go down. So I think that they did a good job. I do. I'm not just saying it to be saying it. I think that Marvel Studios did a great job when it came to phase 4 and phase 5. Now I will admit this. Did phase 4 have a lot of content? Yes, it did. And only because at that time they mentioned that they were just pushing out a lot of content. They was pushing out a lot of content, and this was their first time doing Disney shows and everything. So, they was going straight in. So we end up getting a lot of different heroes and stuff like that and everything when it came to phase 4, with the She-Hulks and the Shang-Chi, you know what I'm saying, and all these other cool characters, you know what I'm saying? So it's coming together, so I think that they did a pretty good job, but everybody got their own, thoughts, own opinions and everything when it comes to the content and stuff like that, but like I said, I don't think that they did bad or anything like that. So I'm happy, I'm glad, and like I said, I'm really excited to see Avengers Endgame, like I said, when it happens to get re-released. And as far as the unseen footage, I think it's going to be something that we're not going to really expect, especially once that opening scene credit comes for Avengers Doomsday. I really think that's going to be big as well too. I really think that's really going to be big. Now another thing I actually want to touch on is with the Kane the Conqueror thing. Now, as far as like with the whole Kane the Conqueror, I think that we do need a little bit more closure with that, and I think that we're going to get it in Avengers Doomsday. I think that that'll probably be the best way to probably like start it off, or that could be something that they can have a little bit towards the middle, but honestly, like I say, it's a lot of different things they could really go about as far as like with the whole opening scene of Doomsday. So they could either do the Peggy and the Steve to where it starts from there, or they'll probably go with the whole Kane the Conqueror thing. But either way, I do feel like Kane the Conqueror is going to be attached to it, and that we will get that closure that we're supposed to get. Because the last time that we known about Kane the Conqueror, of course, was from when we happened to see him in Ant-Man Quantumania, and then of course we already know about with the low key season 1 and 2 when he was He Who Remains. So I think that they got something, something cooked up to where it's gonna be like, oh, okay, what I'm saying. But honestly, I think that Doctor Doom just gonna take out Kane the Conqueror just with ease. I just think that it's gonna be probably like a bunch of Kane the Conquerors and everything. Like when they was in that crowded room on the post credit scene of Quantumania, I think that all of them they're gonna all be dead, like just laying on the floor, kind of like how Affinity War was, where they just all laid out, where he didn't already took all of them out and everything, or it could be where we actually see like a 3-4 minute battle to where Kane the Conqueror could to have to be that happened to go up against Doctor Doom, and he just easily just take him out and everything, like when Thanos went up against the Hawk. You know what I'm saying? So we could probably get that same similarity, as far as like a little quick battle, from like the beginning scene of Doctor Doom versus Kang the Conqueror. So either way, though, I think that we're gonna get that closure and everything. So I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to it. So I'm curious about all this, to see where how it's gonna all lead up and how it's just gonna all turn out, and the battles. Like the battles in the movie, I already know they're gonna be insane. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hyped for it. I'm ready, and I cannot wait. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about all this news in the comment section down below. what do you think that they're going to be revealing, as far as like unseen footage? What do you think we're going to actually see? For the opening scenes of Avengers Doomsday. Do you think we're gonna have like the same similar scenes that we happen to have for like Avengers Endgame and whatnot, which we probably are, but what is it that you think they're going to actually extend on it and whatnot and everything? What do you think the post credit scene going to be about for us to have it to where it leads into Avengers Doomsday? And what do you actually think about the whole Kane the Conqueror thing? Do you think that we're gonna see like a 3 4 minute battle against Kane the Conqueror against Doctor Doom, or do you think Kane the Conqueror already will be dead? Or like in the opening scene of Avengers Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys actually think. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Um, I'm glad everybody that happened to come on this live today. I'm glad that you showing all the love and support. I'm truly grateful to have all of you on here. I'm so glad that you guys always continuously watch me come on these lives for Iconic Entertainment. Thank you, King Frank 1337 for coming on board. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Jessica, for coming on board. Thank you, Devon B. Harry 3420 for coming on board. Yeah, thank all I thank all of you for coming on board to this YouTube live and everything. And trust to believe, I'm trying to do these a little bit more and be a little bit more accurate with it to where you guys can, being able to just see my face, more, through the lives and everything, instead of just seeing it through the recorded videos or whatnot. Because I always, to let y'all know, so I always do have uploaded videos every single day here on the channel. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, you just go ahead and subscribe now. If you want to stay updated with all the latest news, of course, because I do sports, I talk about games, I talk about movies, TV shows, the fandom, of course, which is Marvel and DC and other stuff like that and everything. So yeah, just definitely stay on top. Oh, yep, I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you. Is it Chanel or Chanel? Is it Chanel Burson? Chanel Burson 8. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Um, what's going on? ABJT BH. What's going on? Yep, I appreciate that. But I think I really appreciate all of you guys' support. Yes, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you want to stay updated on the channel, I'm being real with you. I always have uploaded videos here on Iconic Entertainment. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do these lives a little bit more, be more consistent with it, so that way you guys can actually see my face, just to feel the authentic of it. You know what I'm saying? And just, where we can just chat, and when it comes to different topics, we can go ahead and just talk about it and discuss it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the whole fun thing about it and everything. So yes, I am truly grateful to have all of you here, a part of Iconic Entertainment. Tune in for more videos. To let y'all know, to give y'all a quick little a recap of what I was talking about. So yes, to everybody that just came on board, I was just pretty much talking about as far as with the whole Avengers Endgame, of what it is that we could be seeing as far as like unseen footage. You know what I'm saying? So like what is it that they're actually going to reveal to us? Like, is it going to be like some unseen footage that we happen to see from like the opening scene credit to where is Peggy and Steve, of course. And like as far as like him like returning the stones and everything, like what is it that they really going to reveal to us? Because I am curious if they happen to like add and like extend that scene to where he went back in time to where he returned those stones. That is going to be very intriguing, because honestly, like I said at the very beginning of this video, I do feel like he is the reason why he caused the incursions, and to why the multiverse ended up breaking to where it bleeds into other different universes and everything. So I really just don't put the blame on just Doctor Strange. I also think like Steve Rogers was the reason why we actually have it. And I honestly think that when Doctor Doom comes, he's going to do some kind of manipulation, everything, acting like he's Tony Stark, when actuality he's really not. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he'll end up recruiting them to be a part of his team, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I honestly just think Doctor Doom, he's going to have a big army. So that's the reason why we got so many big teams for Avengers Doomsday, of course, because it's going to take a lot of people to actually take him down. Of course, it's going to lead into Avengers Secret Wars, of course, which we already know about. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's gonna be a lot of different things we're gonna have to really look forward to. But I'm definitely curious to see what it is that they're gonna end up revealing for the whole Avengers Endgame and everything. Because like Kevin Feige said at CinemaCon, it's gonna be full of surprises and it's definitely gonna be connected with Avengers Doomsday. So it's really about to go down. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, like I said before in one of my old videos, this is going to be one of the darkest MCU movies that we happen to get. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just gotta go away and prepare. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we do our homework and making sure that we, go back and rewatch certain movies and everything just to catch the Easter eggs and stuff like that and everything. So yeah, I'm just hyped for it, and I cannot wait. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this re-release for Avengers Endgame and whatnot, because it's going to be a lot of different stuff. I think that they're going to reveal to us that we just didn't see coming, especially with the whole the funeral scene. Like I said in one of my old videos, they're actually going to revisit back to that as well too. To where that's going to be a part of Avengers Doomsday. So they got some things going. They got some stuff really going. So the MCU is really cooking up a lot of different things. And look, I'm just ready. I'm pumped. I'm ready. Like I say, let me know what you guys actually think. What's going on? Burr Hansen scene? Burr Hansen sign? Burr Hansen? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name. Oh, Burhan. I am Burhan. Okay, my fault. What's going on, Burhan? I'm glad that you came to the live. Like I said, I'm glad all of you guys happen to join on board of this live and everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys actually think about all this news in the comment section down below. How do you actually feel about this unseen footage that we're going to be getting for Avengers Endgame? What do you guys actually think that we're going to end up getting for the whole Doomsday or whatnot? What do you think the opening scene is going to be? Do you think we're going to get that opening scene to where Kane the Conqueror goes up against Doctor Doom for like a couple of minutes or so? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all actually think what do y'all think is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, how do you actually feel about all this stuff being connected to Avengers Doomsday and everything? Is this something that you're looking forward to seeing once Avengers Doomsday comes? And are you going to be doing your homework to rewatch some of these movies and TV shows just to see if you could catch these Easter eggs or what we could actually be seeing in Avengers Doomsday, of course? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm about to get off on this live, but thanks again for all of you joining on board to this live. I really do appreciate all of you. I'm totally grateful to have all of you here to be watching this live. Stay tuned for more content. Like I said all the time, I always have videos uploaded here at Iconic Entertainment. So definitely tune in if you happen to want to just stay updated when it comes to any type of news, whether it's TV shows, whether it's Marvel, whether it's Netflix stuff, whether if it's gaming or whether if it's sports, all that good stuff, guys. So just tune in, and yeah, it's a lot of content that's going to be on the way. So definitely tune in. But I'm out, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm gone.